People use storage lockers and safes to secure some of their items. However, some of the things people may put in there are not of the norm. Here are some of those items. Number 10. An elderly man named Jacob Pastor used a public pool a lot in his Colorado town. He would use the same locker as the changing room every time he went. Not too many people use the lockers there, or really go to this pool in general. So one day, as Jacob was about to get something from his locker, he accidentally opened the one next to his. As he did so, someone's skeletal remains came out. The body seemingly tackled him to the ground. It seems like someone must have been stuffed in there, or stuck, and from how decomposed the body is, the thing must have been in there for years. It is still unknown how the body got in there. Number 9. Robert Dewey Hoskins is a man most well known for stalking both Madonna and Halle Berry. In 2012, he was once again arrested for escaping the Norwalk Mental Hospital. At the same time, he was behind on his rent for a storage unit. A man named Jerry Liccardi had purchased the unit and was disturbed by what was inside. These items include a home video recording of an elementary school play, tons of notebooks filled with his rants, a shirtless picture of himself, a butcher knife, a sumo wrestler baby doll, more knives, a sad clown mask, different pictures of Madonna, a headless doll, and strangest of all, a Barbie backpack. Number 8. A man in Long Island bought a storage container for $150. What was found inside was chilling. And I mean that, as the 2 freezers inside were stored with 40 dead, frozen cats. Some were even on the top of the freezers. The creepiest part about this is that one of these cats was skinned and laid atop some aluminum foil. The culprit of these strange acts was a 66-year-old woman who had rented the same storage unit a few years earlier. Number 7. During an auction for some storage units, the last and largest of these was getting lots of attention from bidders. It was expected for something large and amazing to be inside, but that's not what happened. When it was opened up, people were speechless. The entire thing was empty, except for one thing. In the middle of the unit stood a single mannequin. It was covered with blood and stab marks. A butcher's knife stood next to the thing. After some investigation, it turned out that the blood was actually red paint, but it is still unknown who did this and for what the mannequin was used for. Number 6. The Copeland family was just your ordinary family. However, one day, the wife, Mrs. Copeland, made a horrific discovery. She found a safe in her 10-year-old son's room. When the son was asked about what was inside, no answer was given. Her and her husband eventually opened the safe. Inside was the head of their recently deceased dog. Blood poured out from the box. It turned out that the son had dug up the body of the dog after it had been buried, and used a small kitchen knife to cut the head. He said that he wanted to keep a part of the dog forever, so we thought this was a smart idea. Number 5. Shannon Wisnot bought a barbecue smoker at a storage unit auction. He opened it up to see a gnarled human leg. The whole thing was intact, toenails and all. Mr. Wisnot called 911 about the leg. Shortly after, John Wood came forward to claim his leg. John was the owner of the storage unit. He lost his leg after a plane crash and he decided to keep it so that he could be buried with it. He forgot that he placed it in the smoker. A custody battle ensued, and at the end of it, John got his leg back. Number 4. When Darlene Burke learned that a storage unit was to be auctioned off, she called the owners in a frantic state. She had failed with her payment, so that the unit was to be sold. One box in particular had Darlene concerned. However, someone had already purchased it. Inside of the box was the remains of Darlene's husband, Robert. Robert had gone missing in 1996 when he was 27 years old. Darlene was charged with her husband's murder, and she pleaded not guilty. Number 3. Dr. Michael Birkeland was a former medical examiner. He was fired in 1996 because of incomplete autopsy reports. He was arrested in 2012 for keeping hazardous waste in a storage unit. He crudely preserved brains, lungs, hearts, and other organs. He even had specimens in over 100 containers. 10 cardboard boxes laid in the corner and were filled with human remains. The strangest part about it was that there was a styrofoam cup with a human heart inside. Number 2. A man bought a safe off Craigslist for $100. The man said it was left in a house when the tenant had been arrested, so the landlord was left with all the stuff in the house to get rid of. He had the safe listed for $100, or I could crack it open on the spot and we could split the profits 50-50. He used the wiring and the voltage and was able to pop the safe right open. However, when the safe was opened, he saw this. Inside was a grenade, a bracelet, a gift card, a journal, a magazine with pistol rounds inside of it, several SD cards, and a hard drive. If he had used an acetylene torch like he was going to, the grenade could have killed him. Also, the SD cards featured child pornography on it. If you think that's bad, well, the notebook was even worse. The contents have not yet been revealed, but the man said, "I thumbed through it, and I won't tell you what was on it so that you can actually get some sleep tonight." Number 1. After moving into his new house after 2 weeks, Reddit user Lumberjack began noticing a strange door. Inside was a crawl space. It seems to just be a place to put a small water heater, but the area was fully carpeted. At the end of it all was a small, strange black door. It was locked, but Lumberjack didn't give up. He was able to open it. In it was a safe and a briefcase. Inside of the briefcase was an old wooden box, envelopes of paper money from many different countries, a 41-ounce silver ingot, and a jewelry box. The safe had 6 different tapes in it, along with a note written in large black ink which says to save yourself. One of the tapes had the words "No, no, 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 no" written on it. The tapes were turned into the police, and it is still a mystery of what was on them.